Hello and welcome to the Oakland A's UK live stream on Sunday, September 19th. The Oakland A's have 14 games left of their regular season, and as we like to say over here in the UK, every one of them is a cup final. The A's are on the outside looking in at the wild card, and if we're going to squeak our way somehow to grabbing that wild card, we need to get on a big run. We are in good form at the moment. We've won 4 in a row and are going for a 3-game series sweep over the Angels today. So hopefully we can do it. Have a great Sunday and get going for the last 2 weeks of the season. I am Matt. I'm here in the UK. Hope you're all well wherever you are in the world. Today's game, let's have a quick look at the details. Today's game starts at 1:07 local time in California. So it's a 9:07 p.m. start time here in the UK, 10:07 across Europe, and it is the free game of the day on MLB TV. So if you don't have it otherwise, you can watch the game on MLB.com with a free MLB.com account. So no reason not to watch the game today, and hopefully it should be a good one because we are up against the showman, the show pony, the showstopper, whatever you want to call him. He is Shohei Ohtani. He is on the mound for the Angels today. And fun time, Frankie Montas. Frankie says relax. Frankie is on the mound for us. So a big game today for Frankie and a big game for the A's to sweep up those halos and to go into the final 2 weeks in the best possible form. On today's live stream, we'll be having a look at the road trip so far, so the Royal Series, and then the first 2 games of this one. We'll be previewing today's game and also looking ahead to the next week as well, because next week is the final homestand of the series. We kind of come out of the Angel series and then move into the Seattle and Houston segment of the schedule, don't we, at the end of the season. So lots to play for and lots to cover over the next 20 minutes or so. If you're watching live, as always, it's now NFL Sundays, isn't it? So probably not many watching live. But if you are, please do get in contact via the comments on chat, YouTube, or on Periscope. And if you're watching back on YouTube after the event, don't forget to subscribe to the YouTube channel and also to follow us at Oakland AUK, as we say down there, on Oakland AUK on Twitter. Right, okay, let's have a quick look back at the Kansas City series, actually, because the day game in that set was an unusually early one for us, in the sense that it was I think it was 10 minutes past 7 our time, so whatever that would be, 10 minutes past 11 Oakland time, so a bit earlier than normal. And so I didn't do a live stream beforehand, and by the end of it, I just wanted to go to bed. So no Kansas City live stream, but it was a good series, and I think the first game of that series, it almost looked like that was going to be the nail in our coffin, didn't it? We were, having lost the final 2 against the Rangers, we went 6-0 up against the Royals and somehow managed to lose it. Lost it 10-7. Frankie didn't go for deep into the game. Both Petit and Romo got lit up. So that looked like, right, that's us done. We've just lost an absolute shocker against the Royals. Forget about it. But the one thing you can say about these A's, yes, we've had our ups and downs, but they keep getting themselves back up off the floor and keep on fighting. And that's what they did in the rest of that series against the Royals. Game 2, a 4-run 7th, really put us in the driving seat in that one. Obviously, we made a meal of it. Trevino, Chafin, Diekman all gave up some runs. We gave up 5 runs over the last 3 frames, but still held on to win it 12-10. And Len, the day game on the Thursday, which we got to watch live here in the UK, which is always nice, started a little bit shaky with Paul Blackburn giving up 2 runs in the first, but he settled down nicely and we were able to come through with a 7-2 win. We got those 3 insurance runs in the 9th, and I said on Twitter, I'm not sure you can really call them insurance runs with the way the bullpen is going at the moment, but we got it done. We got it won. So a good 2-1 series victory, and we have managed to carry that on in the first 2 games of this series against the Angels. So game 1, 5-4. I mean, a real fight for the team in this one, wasn't it? 2 runs at the top of the second, but then we conceded 4 runs at the bottom of the frame. And I think, again, we saw Cole Irvin, looked a bit shaky. Not all of those runs were earned runs against his account, but he still went 6 solid, kept us in the game, and that's what you want for your starting pitchers. And the offense wasn't absolutely firing. Only went 2 for 2. KD went 2 for 2. There were no big blasts or anything, but we just got the job done. And it's the sort of game the A's offense, certainly in the first half, didn't have at all. We've been much better of late on the lineup. So hopefully we can keep that going for the rest of the series and the rest of the season. And in game 2, I put Cap is back. That's what I put on my notes. Cap, I always say about him, never mind the bollocks, it's James Capradian. And what a turnaround for him. He has been shaky of late over the last month or so. A bit longer than that, really. And we saw him warming up in the bullpen on Thursday against the Royals, and Dallas Bradian and Glenn Kuiper were querying that, thinking what's going on here. Turns out he'd been told he was going to be moved to the bullpen for a little while, with Dalton Jeffries moving to the starter role on Saturday. However, sadly for DJ, he's got an injury, which we'll come on to. So Cap got the start after all and really showed his mettle there, didn't he? Let's see. 3-run first, including Oli's 36th of the season, and Cap settled in from there. 6 scoreless by him. Only allowed 2 hits, so really good, keeping the ball off the bats and doing a great job. Needless to say, we made a meal of it once again. Chafin got himself into a bit of trouble in the 9th, but a wonderful snow cone catch by Josh Harrison sealed the deal, and we're able to walk off victors. So that leaves us 39 wins, 33 losses on the road. So we have definitely sealed a winning record on the road for the season. And we have set up a potential series sweep today, getting the brooms out against the Halos. But before we do that, we need to look at the wildcard race, because that's what we are in. Is it a race? I suspect it is. We're still there. We are on the outside looking in, but we are still there. And today's situation, we're starting at just gone 9 our time, just gone 1 p.m. out there in California. All of the other teams have already started playing well into their games. And looking at the scores so far, so Toronto, they had a 5-run first inning. So we're 5-2 up against the Twins, bottom of the 6th. I think that's moved on a little bit. Yankees are losing 7-1, so that's good news. They're losing to the Cleveland Indians. That was in the 7th. Boston are 5-3 up against Baltimore in the 7th. And Seattle have taken an early 5-0 lead against the Kansas City Royals. So other teams are winning other than the Yankees, so we need to keep up ourselves and get that 5th win in a row and get to that series sweep going. Playing for snookers. Yeah, it's sort of like that, isn't it, mate? Yeah, I think it's the same old thing. After today, it's 4 against Seattle, 3 against Houston, 3 against Seattle, 3 against Houston. So if we're going to do it, we're going to do it the hard way. But kind of that's what you want almost, you know. We've not got any easy teams to face from here. If we're going to get that wild card, we're going to really earn that wild card. So hopefully we can get it done. I will say, as Dom is on the chat, an absolute stunner of a banner that has been produced. So check it out on the Oakland AUK Twitter account if you haven't seen it already. Looks fantastic. Can't wait to see it when we meet up in October in a few weeks' time for the NFL game. Fantastic. And hopefully that will bring us some good luck. Let's have a look at the standings as where they sit coming into today's game, so they don't take into account what's going on at the moment. And I'll get rid of that banner so you can actually see it. That would help. So the A's are 2 games off a wild card. Boston have the top one game ahead of the Blue Jays, who are absolutely flying at the moment. The Yankees, a little bit off form, but they are 1.5 games ahead of us. Looks like they're losing today. Hopefully that will get done, and Cleveland will do us a favor there. So we need to get to 82 wins today to get us right back in there, and hopefully we can do it, because 14 cup finals, as I said earlier, that's really where we are right now. We need to treat everyone as an absolute must-win game. It's not like today's game is must-win necessarily, or any of them are really. But if we can get the win today, then that really sets us up for the final 4 series of the season against the Astros and Mariners. And we know they're going to be tough series. So whatever we can do today to get us a nice win, get some wins on the board going into that period, is going to really make a big difference. So today's game, as I mentioned, it's a 1:07 start time locally. That's 9:07 our time, and it is the free game of the day on MLB TV, so we can all watch it live, which is fantastic. The A's are now 14-4 against the Angels this season. They're the team we have really beaten up on this year. In fact, we have the win yesterday tied the A's most wins against the Angels in a single season with 14. So we last did that in 2001. So if we win today, we win 15 on the season against the Angels. That would be the most we've ever got in a single season against the Angels. Looking to sweep, make it 4 in a row, 5 wins in a row, really. And the Angels, it's been another tough year for them, 72 and 76 coming into this game. They always flatter to deceive, don't they, really? Let's have a quick look at the lineups for the Angels. In fact, I can look at my scorecard, which I've quickly prepared to try and bring us some luck. The main things there, Shohei Ohtani is batting, so they won't have a designated hitter today. He's batting second in the lineup today. And David Fletcher, who is always the pest, always seems to foul off 5 balls every at-bat. He's batting in the 9 spot today, so that's good news for us. But here is the A's lineup. A few things to note here. Josh Harrison is not in the lineup today, but it's been confirmed that that is simply a day off for him. He's a bit banged up. And so against a right-handed pitcher as well, they've decided to give him a day off, get him ready for those final 4 series, the final homestand and the final road trip of the season. So from there, it's TK, Tony Kemp, leading off, playing second base. Starling Marte, the superstar. Starling Marte in centre field, batting second. Batting third, Mario at first base. Batting 4, Mark Canha. And playing left field today, Jed is in at designated hitter. So we've seen KD starting against lefties, Jed starting against righties. So that is to type today. Matt Chapman, ain't nobody like him. He's batting 6 and is third base. Seth Brown gets a start in right field against the righty Shohei Ohtani. It's Yan Gomes behind the plate again. And Elvis, the shortstop we can't help falling in love with. He is batting 9th. Couple of comments coming in. Tony leadoff. Yes, he is. Surprise package of the season. Well, yeah, I guess we have to go with that, don't we? Well, we will see. There's still 2 weeks of the season left after today. Somebody could come up the rails. It won't be Dalton Jeffries, unfortunately, for Jay. Dalton Jeffries is on the injured list. It looks like he's done for the season, unfortunately. But Tony Kemp definitely is in the running. I still think Sean is in the running. Depends how we set up, whether Mania is a surprise. But yes, we want a good performance from that batting lineup because we're up against Shohei Ohtani. He's a guy, he made his first pitching start against the A's, all the hullabaloo that came with it. The reality is, yes, Tom's got it. Hashtag BTN for Tony Kemp. The reality is Shohei Ohtani, he's a clear contender for the MVP award. What he has done this year is almost unprecedented, I would say, in terms of how good he has been on both sides of the ball. He can pitch, he can hit, he has been fantastic. And it does feel a little bit like in previous years, they've tried to kind of come up with some rules when they should use them, when they shouldn't use them, when he could hit, when he's been pitching, should he hit in the same game, should he hit the day before, all of that nonsense. I think they were just overthinking it. Just let him play. That's generally been the feeling this year. Let him play, and if he doesn't feel quite right, then we'll take him out. And that's what happened this series. He was originally scheduled to start on Friday, felt a bit of arm soreness, so they said, okay, let's not worry about that. We'll put someone else in Friday. There was talk, actually, Joe Madden had said on Friday, it looked like maybe Shohei wouldn't start again this season in terms of pitching, but had a bullpen on the Friday and felt fine. So they've decided to put him in today. We'll see how long he lasts. He may not go 6-7 innings, but he has been good against us previously. 2 starts so far this season against us. One on the 28th of May. He went 6 innings, gave up 3 earned runs. And then he also went 6 innings again on the 19th of July. No runs, 3 hits, 8 strikeouts. So he's done pretty well against us. Chappie is the only one of our hitters who's got a home run against him. But he'll be well set to get another one today, I am sure. Last time out for Ohtani, one thing that led into the slight concern about his condition. Didn't pitch well against the Astros. 6 runs allowed in 3 1/3 innings. His velocity was notably a little bit down. So that played into the arm soreness and whether they would essentially put him on the back burner for the rest of the season on the mound. But he wanted to pitch, and you've got to love it. He's the sort of character, he just seems to love baseball and wants to get out there. So all credit to him. We hope he has a shocker today and we absolutely smash him around the park we need to mash up Shohei Ohtani today. But yeah, who's had an incredible season and been a rare bright spot for the Angels, who otherwise have had an absolute shocker. What a shame. For us, Frankie says relax. It is Frankie Montas on the mound. He had a bit of a shaky outing last time out against Kansas City, didn't he? But we can forgive him that, bearing in mind how good he has been since the All-Star break. He has been a real workhorse. He was a bit shaky earlier on in the season, but since then, absolutely fantastic. Just when we really needed him to step up with what happened to Chris Bassett and Sean and I are going through his awful August, Frankie was there when we really needed him and really came through for us. He's faced the Angels 3 times so far this season, generally gone pretty well. First time, not so good, 29th of May. Gave up 4 runs in 5 2/3, but struck out 7. Faced them on the 15th of June, 7 innings pitched, 8 Ks, gave up only 2 runs. And last time was on the 29th of July. He was absolutely incredible. 7 innings pitched, didn't give up a run, struck out 10. And when you look at his numbers, in fact, Frankie comes into this game on 185 strikeouts for the season. There have only been 4 Oakland A's pitchers who have got to 200 strikeouts in a season, leading strikeouts. So it's been a real breakout for Frankie this year. And hopefully he can finish off strongly and then really kick in again next season. Who knows what's going to happen next season? We're going to put next season to one side. We could absolutely blow everything to bits over the off-season, let's be honest. So we don't want to worry about that too much. But there we go. Our favorite Arizona resident is here. Always glad to hear from you, Carl. Should be a good one today. He is going for another Matt Olson donger. So he's got 36 on the season. We saw Marcus Semien yesterday hit his 40th home run of the season. So Matty O has got to get up there for 40. I'm sure he will. He's got enough time to do it. And yeah, I'd fancy him going deep today. For some reason, I have a feeling that Sept Brown is going to take Shohei Ohtani deep today. Put that down in the predictions box. I don't have my bell with me today, but if I had my bell, ding, I'd ring my prediction bell. Sept Brown going deep off Shohei Ohtani. Carl has gone for Matty O. Any other predictions anyone watching live would like to send through, let me know, and we will see. You will get credit on the A's UK Twitter account during the game if you come up trumps with that one. But I am confident today. I think Frankie has been in such good form of late, other than the previous outing. He really is going to be determined to keep that run up because we need him. And the way he's responded since the All-Star break, when we've really needed him, has shown a huge amount of character and spirit from him. And the sort of leadership out there on the mound that really makes a difference. And especially with the struggles we've had with the bullpen so much over the past 6 weeks or so, having that starting pitching is such a big difference. I mean, it always is, but at the moment, there's so that confidence is so fragile in the bullpen right now. So we've had a good start from Cole, a good start from Cap yesterday, 6 innings from both of them. Let's have Frankie follow up with 6 or 7 today and really set the platform for another big, big win. Dom is going for a Starling Marte blast. We will be having a Marte party if that goes deep. Certainly can, and I'm sure we'll get a stone on base from him as well. Carl says Frankie's been the only consistent starter since Bassett went down. Absolutely, yeah. He seems to be the start for any potential playoff push. He does, and that obviously comes through to some news today. So Chris Bassett had a bullpen session on Friday. All went very well by all accounts. Oh, actually, it was yesterday. A 30-pitch simulated game yesterday. Felt good and has felt good today. They've got a plan, apparently, Chris Bassett said. So I suspect we will see him in the not too distant future, so long as he holds up okay again tomorrow. But yes, they're apparently hoping for him to have another session tomorrow, and then we will go from there. So when it happened, when a horrible injury happened, we all expected that was his season done. But looks like he may give us something. I don't think we can really push on and think that he's going to go 6-7 innings and starts because of the time he's missed out on. I mean, I know he has been able to do quite a lot of essentially keeping his arm in good shape and his body in good shape. But I think whatever we get from him from here will be a big bonus and will be a big lift to the team too. Reference my comment about Show Pony. Have you made a comment about Show Pony? I can't see a comment about Show Pony. So if you've got another comment about the show pony, let me know. I'm sure you will, Carl. You've always got a good comment or two. Other news I mentioned a little bit earlier. The reason Cap pitched yesterday was unfortunately Dalton Jeffries. He was due to pitch, has got an injury, placed on a 10-day injured list with what is called right elbow ulnar neuritis. Neuritis, I think it is. Ulnar neuritis, basically a nerve issue in his elbow. I suspect, given what we've got here in terms of only 2 weeks left, I suspect he'll be shut down for the season from there, which is a real shame. But hopefully it's nothing serious. It doesn't seem like anything serious. And he should be back ready and raring to go next season. Sam Moll, the left-handed pitcher, I call him Moll, Gangsters Moll, I think is the name we need for him. He was recalled from Vegas to take the place in the bullpen, so we've got another lefty there. So Show Pony is getting dicks by both Mats today. That's the prediction. Maybe it was the dick it didn't like. I don't know. It's got through this time. Anyway, Carl, there is Carl's prediction. He's getting dicks by both Mats today. That's presumably Matt Chapman and Matt Olson and not me. I don't know how I would dick him, nor do I want to speculate too much on that point during what should be a family live stream. Anyway, let's look ahead to next week too, because hopefully we will get a win today and really set ourselves up for that final homestand. And I can bring up the schedule there, or schedule if you are American and don't like us pronouncing the C. So here it is. 4 games against the Mariners, then 3 against the Astros, all at the Coliseum. First 3 of the week are night games. And then the Thursday is the day game. So that's an 8:37 p.m. start time here in the UK, 12:37 in Oakland. And that is a free game of the day on MLB TV. So you can all watch it up on live. Lovely. And then it's a free game series against the Astros. Game 1 on Friday is a night game. So that's 6:40 p.m. in Oakland. So 2:40 a.m. early hours of Saturday for us. But then Saturday and Sunday, the final couple of games at the Coliseum this season. 9:07 both starts here in the UK, so that's 1:07 Oakland time. And wouldn't it be a great way to sign off the 2021 season at the Coliseum, at least, with a nice sweep of those Astros? You know that the Astros are going to be loving it if they do us over. So after that shocker of an opening series, we would really love to get some revenge against them. And when you look at the numbers, we are 4-8 against Seattle and 4-9 against Houston. So that's been a clear weakness for us. We've really beaten up on the Angels. We didn't do so well against the Rangers. We've got a winning record, but nowhere near as good as what it could have been. But the Mariners and the Astros have had our number this year, but there's still plenty of games left against them. 7 against Seattle, 6 against the Astros. We can turn those around. And needless to say, if we're able to do that, we will have a very good shot at getting one of those wildcards. Pre-watershed, yes, we're pre-watershed, so no naughtiness. I always try and read Carl's comments, but I quickly clicked on that previous one. I'm reading his current one, which obviously you can see if you can see it on YouTube. I'll put it up. You can join in on a Matt sticking of eternity, but the prediction is just Chapman and Olsen. Okay, there we go. Fair enough. You can't say fairer than that, Carl. Yes, there we go. Well, after the homestand next week, we then have 3 in Seattle, 3 in Houston, and the nice prediction is that we go on a tear the rest of the way and see the wild card and celebrate out there at Minute Maid Park on the field, getting the wild card. It's going to be tough from here. Toronto are playing so well at the moment. It's hard to see them slipping up really badly. They could do. Shin Ryu has just been placed on the injured list with a neck injury. Don't know if that's him done for the season, but that's a bit of a blow for them. But yeah, you don't expect the Blue Jays to fall apart too much. We've also got the Red Sox and Yankees ahead of us currently. Seattle, clearly we can knock them out. We can pretty much knock them out, maybe not mathematically, but if we win 3 or 4 against them this coming week, it's going to be tough for them to recover from that. So we can take care of the Mariners behind us. But otherwise, you know, we've really got it all to do, but we've got a chance. Now, Dom has asked the question, who have the other guys got? And I don't know. So let's see. Let's have a look at the Yankees. I shall put up this comment. So the Yankees, rest of the way, have got, oh God. So they've got 3 games at home against Texas next week. Then a day off on the Thursday. They've then got, interesting, 3 at Boston, then 3 at Toronto, and finish up with 3 at home to the Rays. Now, the Rays probably would have clinched the AL East firmly before that, but still, they will want to go into the playoffs in good form. So, other than the Rangers coming up, it's a tough way for them to try and get through the final part of the season. So, hopefully, the Rangers can do us a favour. The Rangers have actually looked a bit better of late. Some of the young pitching has done pretty well of late. So, yeah, hopefully they can do us a favour. And then with the Blue Jays, let's have a look. So they're against the Twins today, up 5-3 at the moment in that one, in the bottom of the 8th. So, interesting. So they now go on to 3 games against Tampa Bay, which is tough. They then have 4 games away to Minnesota, which technically should be nice enough for them. But, presumably that's the final home series for the Twins, so hopefully they'll try and give something back to the fans there. They then have 3 at home against the Yankees, and they finish 3 at home against the Orioles. So if we get to the final 3 games of the season, we can forget about it, basically, because they're playing the Orioles, who are hopeless. But other than that, yeah, both the Yankees and Toronto have got some tough games, and we have tough games too. But you know what? That's what this part of the season should be all about. We've got tough games, but it's there for us to do it if we can. Carl says these next 2 weeks is a time for Bob Melvin to get this roster motivated and their ball juices flowing. Yes, Carl. Yes. Hello. I think that is a reference to this schedule rather than Carl's comment. I know you well enough, Don. But yes. They've not got an easy run. They've got a couple of easy series. I think the Rangers series, you would expect the Yankees to do well. And certainly with the Blue Jays facing the Twins and also the Orioles, their games, you would expect them to win. But there are some difficult ones around there. How dare you disrespect the Orioles? Ryan Mountcastle. What a great name that is. Ryan Mountcastle. But, yeah, hopefully those teams could do us a favor. The main thing is that we do well. And as Dom sums it up perfectly, you have to believe. Let's go, Oakland. Yes, I think that's a good positive message to sign off on today. First pitch is in about 13 minutes or so time. So I've got my scorecard ready because I need to bring us some good luck. So I've written out my scorecard. I'll be scoring along during the game. As I mentioned, it's a 9:07 start time here in the UK, 1:07 California time. It is a free game on MLB TV. So if you are not blacked out from it in California, you can watch it on MLB TV for free. The other thing I was just going to quickly mention, next week for the Seattle series, it looks at the moment it's going to be Sean Manaea in game 1, then Blackburn, Cole, and James Capradian for the day game on Thursday. That's how it's currently lined up. But yes, hopefully we can set up that Seattle Mariners series with a lovely sweep today, getting the brooms out against the Angels, running our winning streak, I should say, nearly mixed that one up, running our winning streak to 5 games and really going hard for the final homestand of the season. This is the 3rd from last Sunday of the season for some A's baseball, and whatever happens the rest of the way, we need to enjoy it. So there we go. Thank you, everyone who has been watching live and coming in with the comments. Thank you for watching if you've been watching on the repeat by looking at our YouTube channel. As mentioned earlier, please do subscribe to the YouTube channel if you haven't already and click the bell to be notified when we go live and all of that stuff. And also follow us all across social media at Oakland AUK. Good stuff. Okay, so for next week, Thursday is the day game, so I'll probably do a pre-game live stream ahead of that game. It's an 8:37 start time for us that day, so I'll probably go live about 8 o'clock UK time, so that's midday California time, but I will confirm on Twitter on the day. So that's when we'll be going live next, but as for now, all we can do is sit back and hopefully enjoy an A's win. Hopefully the bullpen don't get too involved with this one, and we are able to get it done. Thanks a lot for watching. See you next time.